Okay, so hello everyone. So our team of 4 consultants is going to be making a presentation about KMS and why it's good for your company. So our team is comprised of Gontiang, Mujan, myself, Sylvia, and then Tosif. So in the next slide, we'll show you how our presentation is going to flow. We will start with the definition of KMS. So just explain what it is, and then we'll explain its functions and its requirements. And then we'll move on to show you a demonstration of how KMS works in SharePoint and in MS Teams. After that, we will discuss the problems solved by the KMS system and the problems that remain unsolved. And then we'll have some time at the end for some questions. So to start with the definition of KMS, so it is an information system that is used by businesses to share, store, organize, maintain their organizational knowledge. So as you can see from this picture that's on the screen, so the way it works is it's like a central hub. So I'm sure as employees, you're used to collaborating on different projects amongst yourself. But now think about a central hub where different teams are working on different projects in the same space. So that's essentially what KMS is. So it allows you to share information, knowledge, and so many other things within that central hub. So why is this necessary for the company? So in order to understand that, we'll talk about the functions of KMS. Next slide, please. So the functions are that it creates knowledge, it allows the users to capture that information, to share that knowledge and information amongst themselves, to manage the information within that hub, and also it improves collaboration within the company. So as you can see on this picture, the knowledge management system is basically like the centralized hub of all these different aspects of the organization. So it brings together information, insights, and business practices, the people, the technology that's used in the company. It improves the collaboration amongst the people, it improves the business processes as well. And it also allows different teams and different members, different users to share advice and information amongst themselves. So yeah, that's a very good thing. So now we'll be talking about the requirements of KMS. So basically, we need to understand what is necessary for the KMS system to be efficient. So some of these requirements include it should be easy to use. As we know, it involves some bit of technology. So the users need to understand how to use these different functions. If not, then they're not using it to the maximum capacity. And there's so many functions that can be taken advantage of within this system. Also, it needs to be scalable. So this basically means that it needs to be able to handle a large number of people. So in this organization, although there are about 50 people, all these people need to be able to use it at the same time to do their different tasks, and it needs to be able to handle that capacity. It should also be collaborative. So aside from the fact that different people can share information, you should be able to communicate with each other. Different users should be able to access information from other users. So different teams can work together, get information from other teams within the KMS. It should also be accessible. So this basically means that you should have the same experience on different devices. So if you're using your laptop, you should have a similar experience to someone that's using their phone to access the KMS. And in our demonstration, we'll show you a bit of how it works on both those devices. Also, it should be customizable. So the different features should apply to your organization and what you're offering. So because this is a company that deals with in accounting and marketing, so the features that will be installed within the KMS should be features that should make your accounting tasks easier and as well as your marketing tasks. And then lastly, it should be secure, most importantly, because of you're sharing information on there, and that information could be private, and that's also client information that you do not want other people to have access to. So in order for the system to be efficient, that data should be secured and only be given restricted access to those that need it for their work. So now I'll hand over to Tosif, who will do a demonstration of how KMS works in SharePoint.
Thanks, Sylvia. Thanks for giving a nice introduction of what KMS is and what are the basic requirements. Right now here, we have designed a base level knowledge management system, right, for our group, and it's very interesting tool which can be implemented for any other organization, right, by using Office 365 components right? So to demonstrate, right, what all features we have integrated into the tool and how it works, we'll directly go to the tool live, right? So let me open it, right? And here we are, is the live tool, right? On the top, of the tool, we have a search bar where it can be used for searching different documents or, articles from the tool or web. Then we have a different, components or tools embedded into the tool, right? Like, Google Scholar, right, which can be used for searching some, articles, right, which can be used for different assignments and knowledge, requirement. Then we have YouTube, which can be used for, some learnings, right, for video learnings. Then we have BBC News, right, which can be used to, learn what's happening around us, right? And then, we have weather, which will take us to a accurate weather website, and it will show the current weather condition in different regions, what we want. And then we have a document repository, which is interesting, right? Because it's, access control, right? So every group can have their own set of documents, created, and it can be shared, with the specified users. So that means why I'm stressing it here. That means there is the access control mechanism, and only a specified users who have the right permission can access or modify the documents. And we have a stream videos, so where we can list all the recorded videos which can be used in future, like, any important event or any, kind of learning sessions or training module, which can be used for, the students or for any organization's employees, right? That can be listed here. On the left-hand side, we have, toolbar, a list of toolbars, right, which can be used for different purposes. Like first one is, conversation, right, and it will take us to our mailbox, which can be used for, communicating via email, right? Likewise, we have Teams. It will take us to Teams tool, but I'm not going there because, our colleague Mujan will, take us through that. Next one is notebook. So it will, open the OneNote, and if you have, any shared knowledge base or any document, notes, MOM, whatsoever it is, it can directly be accessed from here. The next one is, which is important, is calendar, right? So it shows what all events are scheduled, today, feature. Then we have to-do list. To-do list is to, record what all we are doing, right? Or assigning a task, right? Again, you can create any event here. Then we have project tracker. So it's a very interesting feature again, right? So you to assign a task and check who is doing what and what are the, current status. So that's a very interesting feature here. Then we have issue tracker again, right? And which will show us, what all open issues are there in the organization or in the team and who is doing what. So that's a very interesting, feature. Another thing which is interesting here is Yammer community, right? So it will take us to the Yammer community where can be, different discussions can be shared across the organization or across the group, right? So that's more about, the knowledge management tool, which we created, on the base of SharePoint portal and integrated into the Microsoft Teams. But I will now hand it over to our colleague Mujan. She will take us through the, Microsoft Teams. So hand it over to you, Mujan.
Okay, thank you, Tosif. We use another KMS tools, which is the Teams from the Microsoft 356. If you can, open the Teams, I can show you that we create a team for our group. And here you can see that how you can manage the team. It has the important components of this team is the member, someone that create, and here is the members. And also we can create different channels based on the topic you want to talk about or you want to work on it. And one of the important features I want to show you is here about that the integration of different KMS tools that we have. If we go here in the site, you can see that we can access to our SharePoints that Tosif explained about different features of that. And in the general channel, we focus on to have a meeting and video conference and presentation. And it's so useful for these things. And after that, we can, or before any meetings, we can have some chat about the meetings with each other here with the new conversation if you click on that. And also we can set a date. Here's the features that we can set a date. All the members can share the appropriate time for them about the date, and we can set a date for our meetings. And also after, we can have a meeting pool in order to improve and enhance the quality of the team meetings, and everyone can rate it. And we try the manager can see the quality of the meetings, and if there is any issue on that, can try to improve it and fix it. And in also another channel we have here is the assignments. It's one of our important channels. We share different assignments and different responsibilities here. There is a good feature in the teams each here, tasks. If I click here, you can see that we divided the different responsibilities of the members. Here are the three major parts of the project: proposal, final report, and the presentation. And you can see each member has what assignment, and with the due date. And if you click the schedule, it shows the due date of these assignment and responsibilities, and you can know the progression of the project through this one, and know each responsibilities. And you can also filter, for example, just to see the tasks of today in order to manage it. So this is a useful features to understand about the task. Also, we have some files here that we can share the PDFs, and it's any types of file, PDFs, PPT, Excel, and things that we can share with each other. And the last channel that we have in the teams is the discussion channel. It's related to the more collaboration of the team members. We share any new information or any new news we think it's good to discuss about it here, and try to discuss with other members, and create that information with them, or share this information with them. So all in all, our teams as a KMS tools can provide all the functionalities that my friend Sylvia talk about the KMS functionalities. It can manage, it can create information, manage information, and also these tools have all the requirements of the KMS. It is easy to use and it is accessible. I want to mention that members can use the Teams through their mobile phone, so it makes it more accessible for them. So if you want to see the features, it's the same as the web page. It has different channels and different parts, so it is so accessible for all them. And also here I want to mention that these tools is so measurable and scalable, which is one of the requirements of the KMS. When you come here and put the analytics, you can see how your members engaged in using these KMS tools and how effective it would be. So it could be measurable and scalable. Thank you guys. My friend Gangtin will talk about the problems.
Thank you, Mojin. The combination of Microsoft Office 365 and the Microsoft Team can meet the requirements of knowledge management system to a large extent. Firstly, it provides timely and efficient communication for group members. The Microsoft Teams allows users to chat, call, and meet with each other, so everyone can keep in touch all the time. Particularly, the function of video conferencing is convenient for users to organize online meetings. Secondly, users can share documents through OneDrive and OneNote, so it is convenient to save important documents The Microsoft Teams also allows users to edit the same document at the same time, make it easy to realize the collaboration editing. Thirdly, Microsoft attached great importance to data security. So users of Microsoft Office 365 and Microsoft Teams shall not worry about the data leakage. Users can store important documents and confidential information safety. Lastly, these two tools enable communicating. Users can use any device to participate in collaboration wherever they get access to the internet. They also can use the mobile device like smartphone or table PC to review the edit documents. However, there are still some problem unsolved. The first unsolved problem is the ownership limits. Office 365 is maintained by Microsoft, and users could not ask Microsoft to address their problem of Office 365 through Microsoft support. In other words, Office 365 is not customers the software that allow users immediately change the functions. The second problem is compliance boundaries. The compliance framework of Office 365 dedicates it has several different compliance categories. For software like SharePoint Online, Exchange Online, and Project Online, Office 365 does not have the compliance problem. However, it is important to notice that Office 365 is not compliant with Microsoft Stream and other software. It can cause some usage problems. So that is all of our presentation. Thank you. And if you have any question, please ask us.